Carrie here from Homestead How. Welcome to our homestead. In today's episode, we have been doing so much work to get ready for 2022, for inflation, for whatever else is in store, and we haven't even scratched the surface compared to our Amish friends. They're absolutely amazing, and we've learned so much from them, and we're going to share that with you in today's episode, how we're getting prepared. The name of the channel is Homestead How, so come and learn with us so you can be more prepared for 2022. I'm surrounded by all of our seedlings. We are getting prepared for 2022, and we're growing more seeds than we have our entire lives. And there's a bunch of other things we're doing to be prepared. Inflation continues to go up. Grocery prices, I'm sad to say, are only going to get higher and higher. And our number one goal, becoming homesteaders 6 years ago, was to be more self-sufficient, to grow all of our own food. If I could summarize that quickly, we want to be more like the Amish. Our Amish neighbors, who have since become our very good friends, we've done several videos with them. We've learned so much from them. And if there were ever to be some sort of collapse, or you go to the grocery store and all the shelves are empty, who knows what's going to happen? The Amish would be perfectly fine. In fact, they'd probably be oblivious to it. And I find it pathetic, speaking of myself here, that absent a grocery store or a restaurant, it would just be a couple of weeks, my family could be dead. Like, we can't even provide for ourselves with all of the technology and everything we have. Absent a grocery store or a restaurant, most humans can't feed themselves. Not the Amish, that's not a problem for them. We've done quite a few videos with our Amish friends and neighbors, and we are ramping things up big time here on Homestead How. Wanted to give you a quick update. Name of the channel is Homestead How. Learn with us. So you can learn with us and see what we're doing and what's working for us. And we are going big time this year. We're getting really serious about becoming self-sufficient. A few things that we've done. Number one, we purchased a wood cook stove. After having a wonderful and amazing dinner over at our Amish friend's house, they showed us their wood cook stove and we fell in love with it. We have a little wood stove in here that heats our house, but it's pretty small. The wood cook stove we bought, I'll show a little picture on the screen, will heat for 11 hours and we can cook all of our food on it, completely off grid. Big investment, serious thing that we're doing. The other thing we're doing, we're growing more seeds this year than we have our entire lives. We've got a ton of cabbage, cauliflower, salad, tomatoes. This is just the half of it. I've got it all back there, and we're going to be taking it out into the greenhouse in the next few days. Our kitchen window is completely filled with seedlings, and just yesterday we purchased 3 more. So we're getting serious about it. Why? Because grocery prices are going through the roof, inflation's going to continue to get higher, and we just want to be self-sufficient. We want to be able to do it ourselves. We've grown food and had a garden in years past, but this year is going to be the biggest. The other thing we've been working on, firewood. We're going to try to heat our entire home next year with all of the firewood we cut down from our own property. We live in a huge pine forest. The trees are growing like weeds. It's becoming dangerous to the point that I have to thin some out because it's becoming a fire hazard. So we're going to be cutting down more firewood this year than we ever have our entire lives. The other things that we've been doing, we've been learning so much from our Amish friends and neighbors. I've got a bunch of videos. You guys say you want more, so I've made a playlist. Right now the playlist is preparing for 2022, and all of our Amish videos are going to be in there, the past ones and the future ones. I did a really interesting educational video a couple weeks back. They invited me to join them for ice harvesting. This happens once a year in the Amish community. We went to a pond. It was the coldest day of the year. We got these huge chunks of ice out of the pond, and those are going to be used to refrigerate their food completely off grid for an entire year. It was a really interesting video. I encourage you to watch it. I'll leave a playlist in the description below for that video and some other ones. Just this last weekend, Jen and the girls and I spent the entire weekend in the Amish community. Frankly, I want to be Amish. Our Amish friends are awesome. They're self-sufficient. They're the smartest people I know. They hunt for their own food. They grow all of their own food. They're expert level woodworkers. Their younger son is just the coolest guy ever. His name's Nelson. He's 22 years old. He was a teacher in the Amish school. He speaks Pennsylvania Dutch, German, English. He built his own buggy. He climbs up with mountain climbing gear to the top of trees. He works on a tree cutting crew, and they cut the trees down for firewood and to build their own furniture. Well, they invited me to join their tree cutting crew, and we did a video on that. Again, I'll leave it in the playlist below. Over the weekend, they invited us over to their house because they're planting seeds. 80,000 onion seeds they're planting. That's for their family, and that's how they make a living. They sell those plants at the produce auction. They invited us over. We learned so much. We got to plant some things ourselves, ask them a bunch of questions, and of course we did a video with their permission. We're always very respectful, so if you ever see Amish folks or you go to Amish grocery store, never take a picture or photograph. They don't allow that. I do have permission to take video with them, but you're not going to see any of their faces in it. But we've learned so much from them. So besides that, other things we're doing, water collection. We've got IBC totes now, so we're collecting our own water. We're building out the gardens. We're doing the firewood. Jen's been canning a ton of food. We just got a whole bunch of strawberries and she canned jam, and we're going to be canning so much food and dehydrating and vacuum sealing freezing food that we get out of our garden. We got a new vacuum sealer and we tested it out the other day. Actually vacuum sealed some of our leftover seeds that we'll be able to use next year. So those are some of the things we're doing to prepare for 2022. Beyond that, another really exciting thing we're working on our homestead. You've heard about it. We're building a pioneer style log cabin. We're going to build it right here on our property, completely off-grid cabin using only hand tools, no chainsaws, no power tools. We're going to cut the logs down from the property with hand tools and an axe. I'm going to do that. And we're going to build an entire log cabin. It's going to be a pioneer style cabin with pioneer style furnishings from the era, cookbooks, everything in it's going to be outfitted from the era. It's going to be a really exciting video series. We're also working harder on our businesses. So we have several businesses on our homestead. That's one thing I think we can help you guys with. So many people ask us, how do you pay for your homestead? How do you afford your homestead? We've created several businesses, and all of them we run 100% from our homestead. We never have to leave. So we're able to make an income to pay for those other bills around the homestead from the businesses here. We have our Airbnb rental. We got a lot of folks visiting that want to see what it's like living on a homestead. That's been amazing. We've worked really hard to improve that over the last couple of months. We've taken new photographs. We've done some upgrades. The other big one, we have a 4-stall dog kennel. It's an off-grid cabin we built. We converted it into a dog kennel. Did a full video on that if you guys want to see how to build an off-grid building. Dog kennel has been booking up. Our daughter Alyssa has been helping manage it. And we just made up a bunch of flyers, and we're reaching out to dog groomers and partnering with them, giving them some coupons so we can get more business. But dog kennel's been really busy. We had 3 dogs in there the other day, and this summer it's looking to be fully booked up. So it's good extra income. We did a video a while back showing our 10 different side hustles and businesses we have on our homestead. I'll leave a link in the description for that one as well. We're also getting better at cooking our own food and becoming more frugal. Jen's been baking a bunch of stuff. We've done some long-term food storage. We got Mylar bags and we stored up some flour. We showed you what we're doing for long-term food storage in 2022, which isn't just the Mylar bags and the flour, but also stocking up on canned goods. So with all of that said, you can see we've been very busy on our homestead getting prepared, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I feel like we really haven't even scratched the surface. When we go and hang out with our Amish friends, they're so far ahead of us. We have so much more work to do, so much more to learn, and we're going to take you along with us for the ride here on Homestead How. So be sure to subscribe, check out the playlist below, share our videos with your friends if you can. It really helps our channel out. And at the end of this video, we're going to show you some of our favorite photographs we took this week on and around our homestead. Thanks for watching.